Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to United View. Welcome to the road trip for Man United's trip to the Hill Dickinson Stadium to face Everton. The Toffees, who we owe. We owe them. I want payback. We need revenge. The last time out against these guys, they were down to 10 men. Horrifically. In-house fighting. What was it? Michael Keane and Idrissa Gueye. Sent off. And then man still beat us 1-0. While we still had our back five intact. Shocking performance. And also after the West Ham game, we've been out a long time. You know, we ain't got no games and stuff. The broadcasters are having a field day with us, you know what I'm saying? We've decided when we play. We've had a lot of time to prepare for this game. So I'm expecting a good performance, man. I'm expecting, you know, a reaction, should I say, from the West Ham game. It wasn't all doom and gloom. We didn't lose, I get that. But I'm expecting us to respond. I'm expecting us to show that we can go and grab top four, or start making some inroads to doing that. You know what I mean? Because let's be honest, all the teams that are fighting for the top four positions, and you know, top three, apart from the two that are going for the title, should I say, we're all inconsistent. That's why we're here. That's why we're, you know, all. You know, some drop points one week, then the other drop points, and then this, that, and the other. This is what's been happening. But usually, when you get towards the end, it doesn't have to be a last-minute fight all the way to the end. Someone can stick their head above the parapet and start putting a run of wins together. And our form is good. We're unbeaten in 9, I believe. You know, so that is positive. There are positives to take. 1-4, drawn 1 under Carrick. But tonight's a big opportunity, man. Liverpool are on our coattails. We've got the chance to go 3 points clear of them. We've got the chance to cut the gap down to 3. To Aston Villa, and we've got the chance to go back above Chelsea, because we're currently, I think, level on points with Chelsea as well, I think, or are they 1 point ahead of us? But we've obviously got the game tonight, and they play Arsenal next. So we've got a great opportunity to focus on ourselves and reward ourselves for consistency and go higher up the league, and that's what I want to see us do tonight. The Benjamin Sesko thing is so interesting. Everyone's talking about it. Will he, won't he start? It's really hard to say. I think I wouldn't be angry if he was. I wouldn't be angry if he started at all. I would probably like him to start, but I don't know. I don't know with Michael Carrick. We're still in a position where we're trying to work out what he's like in these situations. Once he's had a little bit of a blip, if a player keeps continually coming off the bench and having an impact, how does Michael Carrick view that? Does he view that as that's exactly why we need him off the bench, for that extra element of surprise for the opposition, for that extra, you know, extra dynamic off the bench, different type of player, really good player to bring off the bench, a goal scoring change? Or does he see it as, no, he's chomping at the bit now. Now I'm getting the best out of Sesko, or this is an opportunity to start kicking him on. He's ready. Also, what happens on the wing? Who do you put out there? Is it one of Ahmad or Mbeumo who drops to the bench and Cunha keeps his place out on the left? I don't see Mbeumo dropping to the bench. Maybe it is Ahmad. I'm not sure. But Ahmad plays the game in the right way. Cunha's probably the one for me that will be on the bench. He's been on the bench a couple of times for under Carrick as well. He was on the bench against Arsenal. I think he was on the bench against City, I want to say. I think he was on the bench, yeah, because Dorgu played in that one as well. I think he was on the bench against City as well. So, yeah, then he came on and got the assist for Dorgu, didn't he? So he's no stranger to being on the bench under Carrick. So this is interesting. But regardless of who he plays, you know, Everton are going to play very similarly to how West Ham did, but with a bit more purpose, I would say. Well, probably a lot more purpose. I don't think they'll approach the game too dissimilarly to West Ham, though, but they've got a little bit more quality than West Ham. We have to look out for Idrissa Gueye. If he plays on the left, Dallo, you got to be up for it. If he plays on the right, Luke Shaw, that's got to be done. But Michael Carrick's got to take into consideration who he wants to come back and help do that job. That depends who he picks on the left. But to be fair, out of the guys who are going to be on the left or right, they're all hard workers. Cunha works hard. Ahmad and Mbeumo work hard. They're our wide players. You know, in midfield is going to be interesting. I want Kobbie to keep going strength to strength. Do you know what I mean? This is a big opportunity for Kobbie to just carry on doing what he's doing, man. The England team's going to get announced soon for the March internationals. He's in great stead. I'm loving what Kobbie's doing. That confidence is just flowing through him. Uncle Cass should be well rested, to ready to face the midfield two of probably Idrissa Gueye and what's his name? Our boy Jimmy Garner will probably be playing, and then probably Dewsbury Hall in the 10. So you know, they can cause us problems, Everton, man. Like they're that stubborn team. You know, it's our first time travelling to the Hill Dickinson Stadium, so I get that it's not like a... Listen, it's not like a formidable place to go. They've been struggling a little bit at home. You know, they've been patchy. But it's Man United coming to town. You know what I'm saying? The whole world's watching. It's Monday Night Football. It's all on us. We could put ourselves in a great position if we play well and get the win. And also at the same time, though, I was saying this on the show today. If we draw or we drop points, obviously we don't want to be losing. It's awful. But, you know, it's so tight in there. You know, we've got to keep everything into perspective. I know if we win, it'll feel really positive and you can get carried away and stuff. But the same way, if we lose tonight or it's not what we want, like, it can happen. Look at Chelsea. Look at Liverpool. Look how they played against Forest. They're not going to win loads and loads of games on the bounce. Look at Villa. You know, so at one hand, it is an opportunity. But on the other hand, it's like things can go wrong along the way. That's why all these teams are inconsistent that are going for fourth or top. That from third to fifth is inconsistent. Do you know what I mean? Third, fourth and fifth, even sixth is inconsistent, which is Liverpool. They're sixth, I think, innit? So, you know, I'm also trying to make sure that I don't put too much on the line of like hyping up every game as a cup final. Because the truth is that it's not. You can bounce back from a lot of things. If we did get a draw tonight, then put it right against Palace. Listen, away at Newcastle is obviously tough, but you know, not everything has to be a catastrophe is what I'm saying. But I'm not trying to be pessimistic or lower the standard to be like, it's fine to just lose the game or it's fine to draw. I don't want to draw. I'm just saying you have to assess these things as and when they come. But we absolutely should be going for the win. I do want to see a good performance. I do want to see the boys pick back up where they left off from the previous 4 games before the one at West Ham. Because Michael Carrick did say that. He said that there wasn't a spark. He said there was a spark missing. I want that spark back. I want us expressing ourselves. Yes, you're always playing against another opposition. You have to take them into consideration. But I want to be in a position where I feel like we're strong. Do you know what I mean? And we're going and showing a good account of ourselves. And Sesko's got the bit between his teeth. Bruno wasn't at the races really against West Ham United. I want to see him back onto it. Kobbie Mainoo, you know, he was the one who probably stood out against West Ham. Casemiro's doing his thing. I want to see from my wingers, whether it's Ahmad, Cunha and Mbeumo, whichever ones it is. I want to see them back involved. You know what I'm saying? Mbeumo actually got assist in the last game, to be fair to him, even though he wasn't great. Mikalenko and probably Patterson coming in because O'Brien's got a red card last game. You know, go at them. Go at them, man. Go stake a claim. Go put some daylight between fifth and the rest. Go and hunt down Villa. Jaws theme music. Word to Big Steve. Sharks are coming, mate. Show that the Sharks are coming. So, yeah. Big up you guys. I'll be on the match for you later on. And hopefully we go and get them 3 points. I'm going to predict a 2-1. Let me know your predicted lineup. I think the only change will be Sesko for, I'm going to say, Cunha. But we'll see how it goes. I won't be surprised if it's an unchanged team as well. Let's go get this W. Be gone. Peace.